Do you want to know why your child isn't eating? Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, Dr. Abdi here, and in my nearly 10 years of assessing, diagnosing, and supporting people with autism, I'm here to give you the information that you so desperately need. So as a parent, this can be one of the scariest things. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 2 reasons why your child might not be eating, along with strategies and services that you can access if your child is just not eating. So the first reason that your child might not be eating is most likely because they've got sensory difficulties. More specifically, these are difficulties with different types of food textures. What I always tell parents is figure out what textures your child likes and also what textures your child doesn't like. Because once you figured out what textures your child does like, you're able to then expand on the different foods that fall within that type of food texture. But obviously this can be quite difficult, so I always tell parents to get a referral to see an occupational therapist. Now you're probably thinking, what is an occupational therapist? An occupational therapist is specialized in your child's sensory needs. What they will do is they will produce something called a sensory profile, which includes certain food textures that your child likes and what your child doesn't like. They will then be able to give you strategies on how to get your child to start eating more foods. The second reason is slightly more difficult, and that's because the foods that they eat is just part of their routine. You know, they're used to having chicken nuggets and chips every single night, and that's what they expect. One strategy that I always advise parents is something called structured flexibility. And what this is preparing them their food that they like chicken nuggets and chips, which is their structure, which is their routine, but adding in a little bit of flexibility. So what you would do is you would have their chicken nuggets and chips and you would introduce another food that has a similar texture to the foods that they already like, but place it on the side of their meal. What this will do is it will support them in slowly introducing this new type of food into their diet. And what you might find is as soon as they've taken one bite or tasted the different type of food, now that's part of their routine, and now they expect chicken nuggets, chips, and this new food that you've introduced. But let's be honest, this can be quite difficult to implement. So what I always tell parents is you can always book in a free clinical appointment to speak to a clinician at CareGen. As you know, CareGen are offering free clinical appointments to parents and families, and all of their clinicians all work within NHS autism services, so can support you with a number of difficulties that you or your family may be experiencing. Things like your child not eating or sleeping or having a lot of meltdowns. All you would have to do is click the link below to book a time and date for one of their clinicians to call you at the time of your appointment via their online booking calendar. You'll then be able to speak to one of the clinicians to get more tailored strategies about your child. See you soon.